vibe.
Alright, what you gonna
Yeah, vibe to it.
Am I allowed to drink on set?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, I might just cheers you.
Vibe of the time.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. It's poetry in motion.
Look how much I have done and shit in this
Alright, so we got Paul Anthony in the building. What's up, man? Good, man. So, Paul Anthony, man. I know you as Kenny. So, what's the meaning behind Apollo Anthony?
Yeah, the meaning behind Apollo Anthony. Apollo, I'm big on Greek mythology, so Apollo in Greek mythology meant the god of the sun and also the god of music and poetry. And that spoke a lot to me. It's just a powerful name. I really like the name Apollo, so I chose that. The Anthony, there's not as cool of a meaning behind it, to be honest. But when you try to Google Apollo, a whole ton of shit comes up. The space program and all that, so I needed a last name to sound good with Apollo. So I like Apollo Anthony. And that's what it is right now. But one day I want to be known as just Apollo. Just Apollo. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, alright, so that's a really good meaning behind your name. I was gonna say, can you tell me a little bit more about your childhood?
Childhood. So I was originally born in Sacramento, and I was actually adopted into a family that does not look like me at all. My mom is Hawaiian and Japanese. My dad is Italian, and it was kind of like a weird thing coming up, and like you don't look like your parents necessarily. I used to be like kind of felt like an outcast a little bit, you know what I mean? But something that I learned to deal with, and I appreciate it more, and I appreciate that I was given a family and a chance. And I moved out here, had a beautiful family, beautiful childhood, so I appreciate that.
Oh, that's really good. How do your parents feel about you doing music?
It's different. A lot of my cousins went and like graduated, you know, from like big colleges and stuff, and my mom especially supports it now, but in the beginning they didn't necessarily support it, you know what I mean? They thought it was different, like, why are you trying to do this? Like, you know, white kid rapping, all the time you're immediately going to raise some questions, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But I think my mom especially has come around to it. She keeps asking me to come out to my shows and stuff, but I don't know if she's ready for all that. My shows get a little crazy, they know. But, you know, so my mom's come around to it. My dad, we haven't spoken in a while, but I think he would be more appreciative now that he sees me putting my time and my efforts into it. So it's came a long way. It wasn't always, you know, super smooth, but I think we've came a long way and we're on a good page now.
Oh, that's good. Seems like you and your mom were like super close.
Yeah, me and my mom are super close. Yeah. I just live with my mom. Yeah. Me and my mom are cool. I love my mom. I'm my mom's boy.
That's good. So what was like her first initial reaction?
First initial reaction? Well, let me tell you my dad's first initial reaction. I was in 7th grade, and I used to write raps down, right, like in a notebook. And my dad found them, and they're hella stupid. Like I was talking about some dumb stuff, and he was like, "What is this?" Like he ripped it up, got hella mad. Like, "What is this? All this bad language and stuff." Blah, blah. It's stupid. And then I actually, from that reaction, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't do this, you know what I mean? But I still stuck with it. I did it like under the table.
Yeah.
My mom never was like super mad about it. My dad did not like the rap shit. Like he's traditional, you know, rock shit, you know what I'm saying? Like he grew up on like Pink Floyd and whatnot. So with the rap stuff, he wasn't super supportive of it at all. But my mom was always kind of like, do what you gotta do. It's kind of weird why you want to rap, but you know, it was cool. So mom was more supportive than dad for sure. Yeah, but you know, it started off from that. So now they're more comfortable with it. So.
Oh, that's good. So you said you started rapping, or you started writing music in the 7th grade?
Yeah.
Is that when you first started?
Yeah, 7th grade. 7th grade was the first time, and it was terrible. I'll tell you that. It was not good, but you know, it was talking about shit I didn't know anything about. But it was just cool because I like poetry, and you know, hip hop is poetry in a way.
Yeah.
And it progressed from that to where it is now. You know, 7th grade is a long time. I think I don't know how many years that is, but it's been a long time I've been writing music. So that's why I pride myself in. A lot of people get their stuff written for them.
Yeah.
But I like to write my own stuff. I take pride in that.
Yeah, I could definitely hear you and your lyrics. And I was gonna say, So you started writing in the 7th grade. So what came first? I'm guessing writing music came first, right? Before rapping. So how did rapping come along?
All right, well, you know Johnny, my boy Johnny, like one of my best friends. He had this old school like MacBook, and he had GarageBand. I don't know if you know what GarageBand is, but it's like that program, super basic like music recording program. And he used to make stupid songs, like funny ass songs, like that we just do on that thing. And to me, like I always thought that like if you're recording music, you have to go to some fancy studio like far off in LA or something. But the fact that you can do that shit just like on a laptop and then record yourself and hear your voice and do effects on it, and that's just kind of like opened up my world. Like, wow, it's not that hard to do this. You know what I mean? Like I used to rap for my friends, but now I can actually record this and make something and create. So I saved up money. I got a MacBook. I saved up all my money for the whole summer. Bought a MacBook. Started recording on that basic ass program. That's what Josh was talking about. He's heard some old songs that I did on that, like terrible quality, but it was still, to me, the process of making music was crazy. And I didn't know that that was possible. So doing that was just like opening up my world. Then once I knew I could write, sit down on any given day and write and create a song, you know what I'm saying? In one day, that was just amazing to me. Now I go to a studio and everything, but that really like opened up my world as far as making music and stuff.
Yeah, so that was like the gateway, having like kind of your own home studio, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, we had a fucking blanket. We used to hang a blanket off the roof and shit.
Yeah.
We made our own little makeshift booth. I would borrow my friend's microphone, and then we would just record like that. But it was, you know, that's how we started. And it gave me a lot of practice and made me better when I was ready to step into like an official studio. Yeah.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. So how does that feel? Like, how's that atmosphere has changed for you? Going to the studio now and recording from like the home studio.
Right.
Has that like the dynamic changed a lot for you?
Absolutely. The first time I stepped into it, I go to Street Symphonies in Fremont, and that's a super dope studio. I recommend anyone in the Fremont area, Bay Area, to go there. It's super dope. Going there like made me motivated. The first time I stepped in there, it was like I had to step my game up, because I used to work with this guy named Todd, who is now like in LA working with Travis Scott and stuff. It's just like crazy, and he was like just so instrumental to my career and like telling me what I was doing wrong and being very like honest with me and blunt about what I need to do. You know, a lot of whack rappers will come through to the studio. But he invested in me, told me what I needed to hear, and made me get better. So it was like a huge change for me, just rapping in the, you know, with the blankets on the wall, to stepping behind what you see in like a movie. So you're like behind the glass, you know, you're behind that glass wall, they're behind there messing with the controllers and everything.
Yeah.
So that was huge for me. Like it made me more motivated, made me want to work harder.
That's definitely dope. That's a good ass transition.
Yeah.
So who do you say are your biggest influences then?
Yeah, so many. What I try to be with music is like, there's a quote that Drake said. He makes music for people, you know, driving at nighttime. I like to do that type of stuff, that kind of vibey, chilling kind of shit. I really do like Drake. I know that's kind of cliche, but I really do like Drake, and I do like his music a lot. I like people that can appeal to the mainstream, but still be, you know, lyrical and stuff. So I really like J. Cole as well. I like Kendrick. You know, I can't necessarily relate to all that. I'm not from the hood or anything like that. But, you know, I think the music is super powerful in the way that they can be mainstream, but still keep it super, super real. I really respect that. And that's kind of what I want to do with my music as well.
Okay, so these influences has definitely influenced like your artistry and like
absolutely.
how you write.
It keeps me in the standard. Like, you can't be too. I think there's two different directions you can go. You can be super conscious, or you can be super like, I don't know, not conscious. Like, what's the opposite of conscious? Like super fucking just hyphy, like mainstream shit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of ignorant, not ignorant, but ignorant. And I want to be like right in the middle of those two.
Yeah, the middle point.
The middle point. I don't want to be too spoken word, you know what I'm saying, or too like hyphy.
Mainstream, right?
Mainstream, I guess you could say, yeah.
Okay.
I want to be right in the middle, and like those people like Kendrick and J. Cole keep me in check. Like, all right, that lyric was stupid. You better rewrite that, put some thought into it, because there's people out there that are making crazy music, you know, with like super deep, meaningful lyrics. So I try to think of that every time I write music. Yeah.
Okay. So, you write your own lyrics. When was the first time you actually performed your own song?
First time I performed.
It could just be anything. It could just be like you
know,
performing in front of your friends.
The first time when I perform, I get this crazy feeling. Like you get this like super high that just lasts while you're on that stage and while your people are fucking with you. One time I just remember at a party one time at my boy Jaime's house back in the day. We did like a rap battle, and then everyone in the party kind of just was listening in on it, and it like was just crazy because like I was just in a zone where I've never been before, and everything I was saying was just like golden. You know, and it's not always like that when you freestyle or anything, but I just felt it. And there was like 50, 60 people just watching me do my thing, and that really hit me. And then my first performance, shoot. It was in like a hole in the wall place in Walnut Creek probably, but there's like probably 25 people there. But it was cool, you know, like being on stage, holding the microphone, doing your thing. It's not as easy as it seems, you know, every second feels like 2 or 3 minutes. It's a long time being on stage. And it's progressed for that, and I've opened up for artists like Riff Raff, Nipsey Hussle, Andre Nicotina, Baby Bash the other night, still dealing with the hangover. Yeah, so I've done a lot of work with major artists, which is cool. And you know, just being able to pick up, and after my set is done, just watching what they do and kind of picking up pointers from them and how they perform is always, you know, helps me like progress my craft a little bit.
Yeah. So what's next? So what's
next?
upcoming for Apollo?
The thing is, I've always put out music, and people like the music, I feel like, but the main thing now is finding a way to distribute that music out of the Bay Area and out to the world. And so I think doing that is, I'm going to drop a mixtape early this summer. I haven't had like an official project yet. So dropping a mixtape, I think, is the main thing that I'm working on right now. I would say we're about 40 to 50% done with it. So I got some work to do in the next 2 months
Okay.
before our target release date. But getting a big feature on that, something to look out for. I'm gonna have a big name on that for sure. And just more shows, and you know, just trying to. Every single person that I meet is a potential, you know, fan. So giving out my CDs to people. I want to go to, you know, a lot of different schools and colleges and just hand out music to people. I feel like that people, if you give them something for free, they'll relate to you, and those people will fuck with you longer. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I feel like that way it's more personal, right?
Yeah, it's much more personal. I'm very about like the personal interaction, the one-on-one kind of thing. I think that's a big way to gain fans and keep the ball rolling a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. More shows. We're trying to get bigger shows at bigger venues. Yeah, so just, you know, all around hustle, all across the board. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. So I definitely want to hear you freestyle.
All right.
I mean, I definitely chose a little instrumental.
Okay.
If you're comfortable.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
With it? All right.
This is it's an ad, right?
Yeah,
I was like,
sorry.
that's not how I remember it starting.
It's like one of my favorite beats.
Check it. Super 40s with Nobly. Except hers is still, you know. Hold it up for the camera to see. Come on. Yo, check it. Yo. Hey, this is for the ones who say the youngin' can't rap, that you can't spit crack if you ain't thuggin' in the trap. But it don't matter if you white, brown, yellow, or black. These people hating on my mission got me ready to snap, so I'ma do it just to show you that I mean it. When 0 to 100, motherfuckers couldn't see it. 100 to 1,000, now these suckers can't believe it. Turn 1,000 to 1,000,000, tell you hating that's to beat it. They used to write me off like a tax return, ignore them, let the ganja burn. Still they talk behind my back, I guess some folks just never learn. Back when it was jocks and nerds, I was fly as mockingbirds. I always did my own thing, kicking back, token herb, plotting as the world turns. Skin, fuck, I ran out of breath. Hold up, what did I say? Plotting as the world turns? Okay, hold up. Okay, listen. Plotting as the world turns, skimming through the Bible. Kanye claiming Jesus, that makes him a false idol. I'm killing all my rivals, Polynesians getting tribals. That mean I go way back, that mean I only say facts. I'm so far ahead, all you see is my back. My flow fresh as Tic Tacs, yeah, you need that, I breathe that, I live and fucking breathe that. I need that rap shit, it's in my veins, you can see that, it's in my fucking veins. I be going Kurt Cobain, blow the pop off like Cobain, it's a cold game. Swear to God I'm like Colgate, I'm so fresh, I got no gates, I'm busting through it. Yeah, that made no sense, but I'ma bring it back and keep on rapping. And every time I'm rapping, something just seems to happen. It's a reaction when I'm walking in the room. When I'm walking in the room, they know I'm blowing up soon. Maybe now, maybe June, maybe July, or maybe August. no denying. Apollo is the hottest, yeah, I fucking got this. I got the rap game in the palm of my hand. You do not understand, I'm Taliban, by the blow. Maybe yet I'm even crisis, I mean ISIS. I'm about to cause a crisis, I'm white as rice is, but it don't really fucking matter. When I step up to the plate and I'ma swing like a batter, yeah. My pocket's getting fatter, stacking a lot of cheddar now. I don't give a fuck, I got this flow better now. This was freestyling, at least you know it's truth. Yeah, Young Apollo, he the coldest in the booth, okay.
That shit was dope.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dope, bro.
Thank you. Man, it's still fucking early.
Still early for real.
It's before noon. I've never rapped before noon before.